Hi everyone, welcome to the first video in the series of Where is the Data, where we are going to be going through all the different areas where we could be sourcing for open source GIS data for analysis. Today we are going to be looking at USGS, which is a government website that provides access to different types of satellite and imagery data. So for this video, we are going to be downloading NAIP data, which is basically data on agriculture based in the US, but it's going to be the same process for downloading all kinds of data sets from USGS. So we are going to be using QGIS to select our area of interest, which makes it easier to pinpoint the specific data location rather than having to search or input the coordinates manually. To select our area of interest, we are going to be using QGIS, but you can also use ArcGIS for this process. We are going to start by creating a new project. I am on the version LTR, but this works for any version. Okay, so after we select our project, I want to confirm the reference properties. We want to make sure that we are on WGS 84 as our reference system, just because it is universal, and it is also the same system that USGS uses. And then we are going to go to our web and we're going to go to Quick Map Services. We're going to add our base layer that I'm going to be using OSM standard because it is easier with the naming to find the location that we want to look for. So it's going to present a world map similar to this. If you do not have this option in your QGIS, this is a plugin that you can download from plugins. I hope you can see it. And then you will go to manage and install plugins, and then it should show this list of plugins. Then you can just search for Quick Map Services and Quick OSM, which you're going to install, and the option should be available. So now that we have our OSM standard, we want to zoom to our area. This dataset is based on US. So we are limited to choosing an area in the United States. I am going to be going to California because it is diversely rich in agriculture. So we are going to select, if you might already have an area that you want to work with, so that's fine, you can just go directly to that point. But for this tutorial, we're just going to select an area that we see fit. Okay, so let's try Fresno. We can see areas that are defined, so we can positively assume that these are agricultural farms or areas where something agricultural is happening, and we can select a particular area. So I want to, we can go with this particular area. We also see a basin which looks like a river. That is interesting. So now what we're going to do to select our area of interest, we want to go to layer and to click on layer, and we are going to create layer, and we're going to create a new shapefile layer. Then we're going to go to our file name, and you should save it in an area where you are able to read, write, and execute. Okay, so I'm going to go to, let's try, okay, yeah, let's try this QGIS tutorials. I should have a new folder, so let's see. This will say USGS data. USGS. I think that's fine. And then we're going to save these as USGS area of interest. Okay. And we are going to make sure that the reference is WGS 84. Our geometry is going to be a polygon, and then we can leave everything as default, and we're going to go to OK. Is there anything I've not selected? Geometry type, polygon, so that it's enabled. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to click on that layer that we have created, that new layer, and you're going to go to the pencil icon and we're going to toggle editing. After you click on it, you're going to expect that some icons are going to be enabled, and we are going to go for this add polygon feature that is right here. When you click on it, you're going to notice that the cursor is going to change, and then you can use it to draw a polygon. We could also go with a rectangle since you're going for a definite shape, but if yours is irregular, a polygon is going to be the best option to work. Then right click so that it exits the polygon mode, and we're going to select one as our ID, and there we have our area of interest. Immediately after you are done, you want to come here to save layer edits, and after that we can disable the editing by clicking again on the toggle editing. So we want to come and then we are going to save our project, and then let's go to QGIS tutorials, USGS, and we are going to save these as USGS data here. Let's just save it as that, and we are going to click on save. Now that that is saved, we are ready to use this particular area to directly download data from USGS. Since we're going to be uploading the shapefile, we are also going to zip all the related extensions related to this particular area into one zip folder that is going to be used to define the area well. So we can just select all the areas, and then we're going to compress. So it's going to create a zip file, and then I want to rename this to USGS area of interest. We're going to know the difference because it's a zip. And now that we have our zip folder, we can now come to our USGS. We will start from the search criteria, where we're going to see the option to KML or shapefile upload. This time we have shapefile, but we could also change the format to KML later. Let me know if you want to see that as well. So we are going to select file, and we had it in our documents, QGIS tutorial, USGS, and we go to the zip folder and we're going to open it. If your area is too large, it's going to be, I don't want to say impossible, but it's limited to 500 points. I'm not sure what the points mean in this particular scenario, but you want to make sure that your area of interest is small enough for you to be able to do this. If it's quite large, you can do it manually from the option of the geocoder, and you can input the coordinates yourself, or you can do it with a map. So as you can see, our area is well selected as we had defined it in QGIS, and we have the latitude and the longitudes automatically selected as well, which you can copy for metadata purposes. So next we are going to select a date, and I want to select from 2022 of the May 1st to 2023, 2024, let's say 2024 of May 1st. So these are what we can call additional criteria that you can use when you're choosing the kind of data that you want to download. So here we're going to select our data set. As I believe I mentioned earlier, we have different kinds of data. So if it was elevation, you'd go here and you can find different options. If it was Landsat, we also have the option of that. But for this case, we're going to aerial imagery, and you're going to select NAIP, which is agricultural data. And then we're going to go straight to results because we don't have any additional criteria for this tutorial that we want to add resolution. We're going to leave it as is, and we are going to go to our results. And now it's going to search through the database for the tiles that they have. And when you use the footprint icon here, it shows what parts what part of the tile, of the image tile, is covered, what part of your area is within that tile. So as you can see, the first one, we have it covering this northeast part of our tile, and we have that one covering the southern area. This one is the northwest, and lastly that. So as you can see, our area falls with, it's not equal but sufficiently within all the tiles, so we can download it. If it was just some small particular area that lies within that tile, you could choose to ignore it if you are not working with very strict scenarios or whatever. So we're going to download. There's also an option to download with bulk, but I'm just going to download individually. So for this recording, for this video, I have downloaded only one tile, but the next video in this series is going to be showing you how to combine the different tiles so that they become one layer. So we're going to go back to our QGIS, and then we are going to go to our layer, and we're going to go to add layer, and we're going to be adding a raster layer. And then we're going to go to our file. It's going to be in our downloads. So we're going to select that zip, we're going to open, and so when adding, we see that the data was okay. So we are going to go with the first option, and we are going to do an OK, and it should have been added, but we're going to wait for it to load to see. It's going to show clearly the area that has been captured. So what happens when you have different tiles, we are going to go in the next video, that it is, and we are going to combine all the tiles so that it is one tile, and then we're going to clip it to our area of interest. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.